Hey everyone, today we'll be going over twosum. The problem statement is, given an array of integers, return indices of the two numbers such that they add to a specific target. We can assume each input only has one solution and you may not use the same element twice. So in the example, we have 3, 10, 12, 16 as nums and our target is 13. We know that because 3 and 10 sum to the target, we can return the indices of those two numbers, which would be 0 and 1. So the first solution is that you should compare every element to every other element. This guarantees that we'll find a solution because we're exhaustively checking all of the pairs. However, this solution is going to take O of n squared time because you need two for loops to compare every element to every other element. So let's think about how to come up with a smarter solution. Let's say we're iterating through nums and we're on the element 3. We know that the number we need is going to be 10. So the question that I need to ask is, have I seen a 10 before? And this tells us that we need to have a data structure that tells us whether we've seen an element before. We also need to store the index of where that element was, because the question is asking for the pair of indices of the two numbers that sum to the target. So we can use a dictionary with the element value as the key and the element's index as the value. It's a little bit confusing, so let me walk through it in the code. So I'll define a function twosum, which takes in a list of numbers and a target value. I'll name my dictionary val to index, and then I want to iterate through my list of numbers. And by using enumerate, I'm able to access the index I'm currently on as well. So I'll define a variable remainder, which is going to be equal to the target minus the number that I'm currently on. So if I'm on the element 3, remainder would be 13 minus 3, which is 10. And I want to check whether I've seen this remainder before. If I have, then I can return val to index remainder, which gives me the index at which the remainder appeared and the current index that I'm on. Now, regardless of whether I have found the remainder, I want to set that I've seen the current element at index I. So I'll do val to index num is equal to I. And if I don't find an answer, I'll return none. Now let's walk through the test cases that were provided to us. And if I call print twosum num's target, and why don't we do another test case? This is an edge case because the number is exactly half of the target. And we wouldn't want to use the same element twice, so that should return none. And now let's say we have two elements that are exactly half of the target. Now we do have a solution because these two elements appear at different indices. And if I run the code, we see the expected output of 0, 1, none, and 0, 1. Thanks for watching, and if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you have any requests for problems that you'd like me to solve, let me know as well.